So I wanted to go ahead and kind of wrap up pretty much everything we know about iOS 16 so far, and since we actually know the release date of when this beta could be expected, it's actually going to be right around the corner. So in less than 2 months, about a month and a half give or take, we should be able to see one of the first betas of iOS 16. So what does this mean? Well, essentially, if you want to install the developer beta, or if you're in the developer conference, or if you have a developer profile through Apple, you'll basically be able to go ahead and actually install the first iOS 16 beta that comes out. Now, would I recommend this? Absolutely not. I would not recommend you at all to install this beta when it first comes out, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't install it eventually. If you want, you can go ahead and if you have a side phone, you can, go ahead and install it. But the device list, like I mentioned before, that's probably going to be associated with this version of software are probably going to be the iPhone 7s and above. So if you have something like an iPhone 7, 7 Plus, or above, you're going to be getting iOS 16, the beta basically, that you'll basically be able to install. Now, another big thing to keep in mind is that no matter what Apple goes ahead and actually releases and announces in the first, in the first conference that they have, for iOS 16, that's coming out on June 6th, hopefully, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be getting all the features day one. Now, this is kind of a disadvantage. So if Apple were to go ahead and, give us a crazy cool feature, let's say they do give us split screen multitasking, I'm pretty sure a feature like that could probably be implemented in the first beta, but that doesn't mean that's always the case. There's been many, many times where Apple were to go ahead and actually give us a specific feature or announce it, during their conference, but it doesn't actually come out until many, many versions of software later, meaning it may not come out like in iOS 16, it may come out in iOS 16.2 or 16.1 or 16.0.1, something along those lines. So if you're in that situation, you can probably even wait to install iOS 16 when that comes out, and they're pretty much going from there. Another big thing to keep in mind is that whenever you go ahead and install the next version of software, especially when it's as big as the 16, 15, 14, those type of releases, you are pretty much going to have to at least save up a couple of gigabytes on your iPhone. So make sure you have maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably more so 10 gigabytes on your iPhone saved up before actually moving on, because if you don't, you probably won't be able to install this update in the first place. So that kind of gives us a big roundabout of basically kind of the prerequisites of iOS 16. Personally, like I mentioned before, I do think this is probably going to be a bigger update than not. I do think this is going to bring some really cool features, and like I mentioned, since Apple's going to be dropping the iPhone 6s, I kind of see them kind of utilizing more power of the newer iPhones, the 2016, iPhone 7 onwards. And since one of the, big pros of the iPhone 7, at least more so the 7 Plus, was that extra gigabyte of RAM with that iPhone 7 Plus, I think there's going to be more power unlocked to achieve even more cool things within iOS 16. So I'm excited for it. I cannot wait for this update, and I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.